and welcome everyone. My name's Rose Smith and I'm here today to do Pick a Card, your weekly tarot reading. Okay, so it's very simple if you haven't done this before. Just pick a number between 1 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First number that jumps in your mind. Okay, no thinking about it too much, okay? It's all completely random, of course, because that's how the universe works, has its own laws, and that's LORES, laws. Okay, so if you can't decide on a number, it's okay to have two numbers, okay? If you have all 5 numbers, then you might have a very full-on week. Okay, so and what a full-on week it's been. Thank God we're into August now because of all the carry-on in July with the eclipses and Mercury retrograde. And we had a couple of black moons, which are the new moons, if there's 2 in a calendar month. So if you're on the eastern side of the international dateline, America or the other Americas, South America, then you would have had your 2 black moons in July. But if you're on the western side of the international dateline, Australia, New Zealand and a few Pacific Islands, we have the black moons this month in August. Now up to the 5th of August, even though Mercury turned direct on the 1st, up to the 5th or the 6th or around there could still be some effects of Mercury retrograde, but that'll be changing. Every day the energy of Mercury retrograde gets less and less, so we'll be starting to move forward in life more and more. It should be a smoother month compared to last month, okay? Fingers crossed. Alrighty, I've already shuffled these cards up and I've just give them a quick shuffle now again for Pick a Card, and we're about to start. So let's go with the board. You can see the board here, and here we go. Card number 1 for Pick a Card. Okay, card number 1, and we've come up with the 9 of Cups. Okay, so this indicates the completion. It's almost the completion because it's the 9. It's at the end of the cycle, but we're not quite to the stage of starting something new yet. But cups are all about emotions. So the last few weeks you may have been through quite a rock and roll time with your emotions. Okay, they could have been all over the show. Things coming up, fantasies, delusions, things that you thought that were going to happen that didn't actually pan out if you've picked card number 1. The good news, of course, is that you're becoming aware of it now and that it's just about over, so that you can go on to new things. So you'll see that genie there. You can make a wish this week after you've been through all of that sort of trauma and drama. This week it's time for wishing and hoping and dreaming of new things and better things to come. Your wish is my command, the genie says, and of course you have to have other things in alignment for your wishes to come true. So action, you need to have the proper thoughts about it, you need to have the proper emotions about it, and to take action steps and actually physically achieve whatever it is you want on the physical level. But well done you, because something new is about to start. Now card number 2, and we come up with the beautiful card, which is the Empress. Okay, the Empress. The Empress, this is an extremely well organized feminine energy that achieves what she wants to achieve in life. Okay, there's a spiritual component to this. It's like following your heart, being in balance, sort of the little sort of element of the Temperance card in there. The Empress, ruling over all that you survey, the things in your life, and it might just be your household, having things working particularly well around the home, things that you'd planned and they're coming up really, really good and coming to fruition now. It looks like it's going to be a wonderful week for you, a happy week if you've picked number 2. And I'll just have a little look here psychically for you. Okay, I'm out in space at the moment, and they're showing me like a space station. And so this is, like I was just saying, it just, it's very kind of typical of what I was just saying about the physical action, the ideas and strategies, and everything working fine, how you intend, and it's there in spirit. I know that when I'm out in space, that's the spiritual domain. Spiritual is always the first energy to manifest, and then it comes down into your mind and your feelings, and the last to manifest is physicality. So, there might be some small things you can achieve this week, and over the ensuing, next few weeks, then things can become more and more physical. Okay, so now we're looking at card number 3. Card number 3, and we come up with the 8 of Pentacles. Now this is a great card if you have a small business, or particularly you're very creative, perhaps with your hands. This indicates a spiritual dimension to the work that you do, and achievement and earning money from it. Okay, so Pentacles is a very physical suite, and the 8 is about power and money, and it's the correct use of power and money. It's not greed or anything like that. It's more about being paid fairly for what you do, and this spiritual component of working with your hands, that's of course in the old days, but today it might be working with your mind as well, but actually achieving things, getting paid and doing a good job, and you can feel very proud of yourself for the work that you do. Okay, if you're not doing paid work, it could also refer to what you do in your normal everyday life. Okay, you might be looking after children, or doing some volunteer work, or maybe even gardening, or doing something around the house, your hobbies, the things that you really enjoy doing. Okay, and I'll just close my eyes for that. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so what I can see there is some of you may have felt like you've been in chains. I can see these chains and they're just dropping off this week. There's a definite change, and could also be in the weather. So if you're in the southern hemisphere, we're in winter, and we are going to have an early spring. So you may notice more and more signs of springtime coming. If you're in the northern hemisphere, you're going from summer into autumn, and so you might notice a change in the leaves of the trees, and the temperature goes down, and it's a time to prepare for the winter. Get all your things in order. There's a lot of sort of organisation that goes with this card as well. Okay, now let's look at card number 4. Card number 4, and I'm just shuffling up the cards again very briefly. Card number 4, and we come out with the Justice card. Okay, the Justice card. Alrighty, you see this lovely lady here called Justice. She has a sword in one hand and a set of scales in the other. The sword is about analysing, dissecting, really looking at something and studying it to find the truth. The scales is about weighing things up, okay? And you'll see she's blindfolded. She may not have all the facts in front of her, but the facts that she's got to weigh up. The thing about the Justice card, though, you'll notice there's an owl on her shoulder just here. So this owl is about wisdom and intuition. Even though there are logical facts that need to be, weighed up and made a conclusion from the logical facts, the idea of wisdom, the energy of wisdom and intuition also comes into it. You need your intuition to point you in the direction you must go. So this is about natural justice. And it was funny because at the beginning I started talking about law, L-O-R-E. I mentioned that earlier. And that's exactly what this is, L-O-R-E, natural law. This is not about man-made justice, the idea of man-made justice. Although, if you do have legal matters going at the moment, this is a great card if you have anything legal happening, because it indicates that nature or spirit is behind you, and you could get a good result as from what comes in this energy. Alrighty, that's a great card. Okay, great. If you've got signed agreements or perhaps contracts and things like that this week as well. And I'll just have a look for card number 4. Okay, so I've got a lion's head in front of me. I can see a lion. Oh, wow, which indicates strength. But this woman, on the Justice card, she's actually holding the lion's head in her hand. She has slayed a lion. She has been in battle with a lion and she's won. Okay, so I hope that helps you. I hope you can really relate to that. If you're in some sort of dispute with someone, there could be energy coming this week to let you know that you've won on some point. Okay, card number 5. 5 is alive, and we come up with the Ace of Cups. Okay, the Ace of Cups. Now, this is a really lovely energy. You can see there's a crown on the top, and then you see like a holy grail of energy, and then there's water coming out of the holy grail. And the water is like the force of life, so you could be feeling better this week. Well-being could be increased, and also it's a great time to start new things. It's like new emotions coming up. So this is really good for a relationship, a new project, something new you might want to start at work. It's a lovely card, and you'll be feeling more content and happy this week than what you have in the past. So that's looking really great. Excuse me. Okay, and I'll just have a look in spirit for you. Ace of Cups, card number 5. Okay, so I can see a lot of wings fluttering around. It's like the angels are nearby, but they might not be in your direct line of sight, but you could be aware that there's some help from above for you if you've picked card number 5. There's a sense of taking the big view. Don't get caught up in the details of life. There's a sense of freedom. Also letting your thoughts take flight. You can afford to let go and just sort of allow whatever comes into your mind to come into your mind. You don't need to judge it. You can do that later if you want to analyze things. But at the moment, just allow this week some time in your mind for things to come up that you can think about later, and just enjoy the positive feelings of well-being, and I guess contentment and happiness are part of that as well. So that's really a very beneficial sort of energy if you're starting something new this week. Okay. It's been great reading for you. I'll just have a sort of psychic look for the whole of the week for all of you, and I've still got the growl in my face. So even if you haven't picked number 5, there is energy for feeling better, more vitality, well-being, new ideas coming. Like, if you pay attention, you'll probably notice the sense of something changing around you in the environment, and that is affecting you, because it's like a new cycle is about to start in the next few weeks when we go on to the new season. and we're all sort of spiritually preparing for that. All right. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be on in the next couple of days doing the September horoscopes. Can you believe it? The time is going so fast this year. The older I get, the quicker the time goes. It's just incredible. Okay, thanks again for tuning in, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual.